tonight. Spend my money tonight. Halo, halo, halo. Diva, yeah, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, 1 minute. Sorry about that. Diva's Court. What's going on? What's going on? This is another episode of Diva's Court. All right, we're going to do this thing today. We're going to do this thing today right now. I am looking for my contestants for Diva's Court. Where you at? I want you to send a message to UNA America so that you can be a contestant. We've got some prizes to give away, as you know. So I need, my brother's going to come in, Atum. He's got some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful herbs. I'm going to call them herbs. Some herbs that he wants to give away. We're going to be giving away. He's given us the opportunity to give away. So I'm going to let him come in. UNA, let me know if you hear me okay. Halo, Nadia, Alita, Kelvin, Scott, Valerie, Nadia. Trying to win everything. Trying to win the herbs. Shay, Hope, thank y'all for joining me this evening. Halo. All right, listen. Tonight, I'm leaving it open. I'm leaving it open because I want you to tell me what you want me to speak on. We're going to speak on it, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about it. So y'all let me know what topic you like. Tell me what you like, what you want me to speak on. And then I'm going to hit it, and I'm going to quit it, and I'm going to give away some prizes. All right. Tonight, first of all, I want to say thank you all for being here. And I'm so grateful to see all of you all joining me tonight. We're going to do a nice little session this evening, Diva's Court, where we're talking about the law. Some of y'all love the higher laws. Some of y'all are in love with these lower laws. Anything that you're thinking about that's within the hierarchy of law, let me know. Let's do it. What are you talking about, Paul? So, I want to know, what topic do you want, first of all? Second of all, I want to know, where are my contestants? Where are my contestants? Hit up UNA. And UNA, let me know when you get my 2 contestants in there. Halo, Althea. So let me know when you get my 2 contestants in there. And we're going to load them up. Load them up and roll them. So, once again, y'all let me know what topics you want me to speak on. We've got so many where we're talking about the administrative process. We've got the nation building process. Oh, okay. I understand, Paul. You like that song. Excellent. I love it too. So now, y'all let me know which topic you want to speak on. You want me to speak on, rather. Halo, Don. And then that's what I'm going to speak on. I'm going to give it about 5 minutes. And I'm going to ask you some questions. Now, tonight's prizes. I want to get my contestants in here. We do have the love notes that we're doing. We also have the $25 gift certificates. All right. So you all let me know. $25 restaurant certificates is what they are. All right. So I was writing that down. All right. So we're giving away some $25 restaurant certificates. We're also giving away a gift from our brother Atum. So, where are my contestants? And I want to know what you want me to speak on. Halo, Stephanie, Tina, Halo. All right, what do you want me to speak on? Filing taxes in the private. Okay, filing taxes. I got that from Kelvin. Filing taxes in the private. Anybody else? Filing taxes in the private. Okay, got it. Anybody else? Let's see here. What else we got? Cyrida, hello. Anybody else wants a topic that wants me to speak on a particular topic? I'll choose one now, but I want to see. That's right, May. Court's in session. Court is in session. Diva's Court. Now, what do y'all want me to speak on? May, give me one. Cameron, give me one. Give me a topic that you may want me to speak on. Child support. Oh, child support. I do like that topic, Tina. Child support. I can go on the higher laws and the lower laws on the child support. I think I might want to do the child support. Things I don't know that I need to know. Oh, Nadia, I got plenty of that. As a matter of fact, I might just pull up. I had to go deep into that session. I need more than 10 minutes. I got a lot of that. Okay, child support. I like the child support thing. Let's see. Okay, Nadia, since you said that, things you don't know. Do you know about your DNA turning on? Should I go into that tonight? How your DNA is turning on and time is not what we've been told? Huh? You want to hear about that? All right, so I'm gonna do two topics tonight. Hello, John. How to summon someone to public court. How to summon someone to public court. Okay. I like that. Who said that? Whoever said how to summon someone. Removing cases out of their jurisdiction. Filing an attorney. Firing an attorney. All right, Nabi, that sound personal. You're trying to get a private consultation in the public, Nabi. All right, how to summon someone to public court. Okay, I got my two. I have my two. Getting probation and shouldn't be on it. All right, all these personal issues. All right, I see you. Order in the court. All right, let's do this thing. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. We're going to do 2 sessions. And I like child support. And I like how to summon someone to public court. Let's do it. Diva's Court. All right. Now, let's get on this child support. Now, give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. Do I have my contestants? I don't have any contestants yet. Y'all are scared. Where's Nadia? Nadia, look what you've done. You've made everybody scared to come on the show. Where's my scissors? My scissors. Let's get on this thing. All right, so I'm just kidding, Nabi. I know you got it taken care of. Here we go. We're talking about child support. Give me 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Now, when we're, first of all, whether it be for male or female, I've talked about this subject before. And you can go back and see my a couple of my older sessions where I've spoken about the whole child support situation and how it's important that when we're going through this process, that we maintain a level of integrity when we're dishing it out. It's it's unfortunate that we haven't dealt with this. We have to bring the courts into our situation to deal with this. Now, normally, it'd be best if we can work this out outside of court. But since some of us have to go into court, let's talk about it on a spiritual level first, because I've talked about this. When we're talking about this on a spiritual level, brothers and sisters have to remember that when we're putting energies out, they must come back. All right. So if you're having all of this negative hatred energy as you're filing these documents, please remember that's coming back. That's one of the things that we're not getting when we're going through this. I know we're angry. I know it's a sad time. It's a hard time. But if you're not cognizant of what you're doing, you're going to be bringing energies back on yourself. That's just the bottom line. So be careful when you're doing that. Now, when you're going into this process, what you want to remember is that if someone is sending you a document, with numbers on it, especially even coming from the courts, what you have to understand is it can be turned into an instrument. It can be turned into a financial instrument. What am I saying? When you get an invoice, really we have to remember that everything is paid, especially if you're going into a court. Always remember that when you're going into a court, that there must be a bond. There must be a bond on the case. All right? When you're going into court, you always want to find out what is on the record for the case. Remember this. You always want to find out what is on the record for the case. Meaning, go to the courthouse. Go to the courthouse, and when you go to the courthouse, what you're going to do is you're going to tell them you want a copy of everything that's on the record for your case. When you do that, there should be a bond. And if that bond is in your name, then that bond belongs to you. There should always be a bond by law. All cases, especially if they're going into court, they always have a bond by law. So, because they should always have a bond, first of all, you know that it's not, the court didn't put it in their name because they can't create money. Only you can create money. Why is there a bond? Because all cases have to be insured. All right, all cases have to be insured. All right? That's why they have to have a bond. And so, again, that is money. And that bond is not going to be in their name, is in your name. So you have to know to ask for that bond. Now, let's keep this in mind. Once again, if they're handing you a document with a number on it, it becomes an instrument. All right? What am I talking about? Let me make sure my time. Because what our signature is the money. All right, your signature is the money. So as soon as you apply it to a document, that document becomes valuable. Now, if that document has a number on it, then that document is worth the value of the number on the document. All right. So if they're telling you you owe, I don't know, $5,000 for child support, well then, accept it. You accept it for value. All right. As soon as you sign that document, it becomes worth the $5,000. Now, if you are savvy enough and you know how to write contracts, then you can create a bond. or any other financial instrument, and you can give that to the judge. All right? And you use a presentment. You don't just go, here you go, judge. But just hear me so you understand the game. The judge is a fiduciary. The judge is a fiduciary. See, let me explain something to you about who these people are. When we're talking about courts, they're normally going through counties. There's a county clerk. That's why they tell you the most powerful person in the courtroom is the clerk. All right? Now, the clerk, what you need to understand, she deals in insurance. She deals in financial instruments. She deals directly with the federal government. And because of that, she has the ability, or she becomes your fiduciary to get money. All right? So when you pass something to the judge, it's the judge's responsibility to pass it to her. She's your fiduciary. Well, the whole county is a whole setup. This is what we haven't been getting. So when you send a presentment to the judge, or whatever court it is that's summoning you into that court for this child support, all right, you have the ability to create an instrument. And you're going to present that with a presentment. You're going to present it with a presentment to the judge. And what you're going to do, if you're savvy, let's say the amount is $5,000 for the child support. Well, if you're savvy, give them 10. Give them an instrument for $10,000, and write in your presentment that the judge needs to return the other 5 to you. That's playing the game. It's playing on the monopoly side, but you could play it like it's monopoly / chess, in my opinion. But you can play it like that. So you would present a bond or a financial instrument, and you can make it more than what's being asked for, and then you can have the balance return. Why? Because these people work directly with the federal government, and you're making them your fiduciary, such that you're giving them an instrument. They need to return the balance to you. Now, does that answer your question about child support in the court? So now, let's keep in mind that this may work one time. But if you upset whomever it is that is coming after you for child support, they're going to come down on your head. So, again, I say to you, we want to learn how to work our issues out as adults and as sovereigns, and stop allowing the system into our business. That's what I suggest. But if you're going to allow the system into your business, go ahead and try to make some money off of it. Diva. Y'all ready? Let's do it. Let us do this. All right. I want to let's see here. What are we going to do? First of all, name the 2 financial instruments that I just spoke about. I want to see who's going to get the most points on this. First three people. Name the two financial instruments that I just spoke about. The two financial instruments. First three people. Halo May. Okay, Willie Lily. Thank you so much. Any rate, thank you, Scott. What, Paul, what'd you say? Thank you, Kenny. No, Nadia. Oh, Nadia got one wrong? What? I'm just kidding, Nadia. You did get it wrong, though, but I'm just kidding with you. No, I said financial instruments, Don. Thank you, Angel. All right, on that, Scott, Angel, Kenny. All right, the two instruments I spoke about were A for V and a bond. All right, thank you. Thank you, Nabi. I appreciate the love. Nabi says, love your classes much. Thank you, Nabi. I appreciate you being here. Good one, Christy. But let's see. Good one, Cameron. You're late. All right. So, next question. What should you do? What did I mention that you should do before the court starts? Before going into court, what did I mention that you should do? I mentioned that you should do this before the court starts. What was it? What did I say? Anybody? I mentioned what you should do before the court starts. I like that, Don, but no. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Scott. I like that, but that's not what I'm looking for. Thank you, Kaylon. Thank you, Nadia. All right. Kenny, Kaylon, and Nadia. I asked, what should you do before the case starts? And yes, find out what is on the record. Someone said, sort it out amongst yourselves and use universal laws. Yes, that's not the answer that I was looking for, but yes, that's what you should do. And I guess you're like, you should have specified. Well, I got the answers that I like. Kenny, Nadia, Kaylon. All right. We got 3 different people. Let's see who else is in here. Put my court in via postal mailing. No. Thunder. Send in a bond and presentment. Angel, no. That's you should do that though, but before. Yes, thank you, Stephanie. That's correct. All right, so let me continue. All right, here we go. All right. This is what I want to know. By law, all cases must have this if it's going through a courthouse. By law, all cases must have this on record if it's going through a courthouse. By law. All cases must have this on record. First three people. First three people. Wow, y'all were pretty quick. That must have been too easy. That must have been too easy. Let's see here. All right, I have Kenny, Paul, and Christy. Okay. Kenny, Paul, and Christy on that one. The answer, by law, they all must have a bond. They all must have a bond. All right. Now, what did I say? When you all are you're going into court. You're going into court. What are you going to make the judge? What you're going into court and you're telling the judge, here's an instrument. Do with it what I say. Thank you, May. What have you made the judge? What have you made the judge? All right. Thank you, Don. Thank you. Toran. Thank you, Nadia. Y'all let Nadia get back in here. How did you do it? All right, Nadia has 2. Kenny has 2. Paul says the magistrate. No. Timothy. Good, Timothy. Good, Glenda. Good, Thunder. What we've made, the judge is a fiduciary. In this instance, we've made the judge a fiduciary. I have Don, Toran, and Naja. All right, let's see here. I'm going to give a couple other questions off of this, and then I'm going to give out the prizes. Oh, by the way, let me show you, because my friend Atum has been kind enough to donate some herbs. Let's see who wants the herbs. And Atum, thank you so much. Shali, thank you so much, because Shali has been kind enough to donate the $25 restaurant gift certificates. Let's see here, UNA. So we're going to give that away. All right, so let me give another question. All right. This is 2 questions, 2 parts. I need both answers. Not one of the answers, not a piece of the answer. As a matter of fact, this is 3 questions. Y'all ready? Get ready. All right, there's 3 questions. Who is the most powerful person in the courtroom, number 1? What are the 2 things that this person deals in? And who is the governmental entity that this person deal with directly? What? Who is the most powerful person in the courtroom? What are the 2 things that this person deals in? And what is the governmental agency that this person deals directly with? those are the 3 questions. Thank you, UNA. Let's see. Yeah. Y'all got it? Who's the most powerful person in the courtroom? Say it again. Say it again. Boy, I see. Let me see. Y'all are... Okay. She's doing it again, you all. She's doing it again. And by the way, next week, I want you all to consider being a contestant on on Diva's Court. We like to have contestants, get some some live people up in here so that we can have some fun and give away some prizes. All right, so Nadia. Close, Stephanie. That was close. Stephanie, you close. Jeffrey, Scott, close. Kenny, close. Kaylon, close. Good. This one was a harder one. Some of y'all get in here. I'm not giving the answer away yet. I got some heavy hitters they're close, but they missing it. So far, Naja's the only one that's gotten it. Glenda, not really, but close. Let's see here. Close, Christy. Tracy. Yeah, close. But I said I'm looking for 2 things that she deals in. Thunder. Thunder's still on question number 2. This is a new question, Thunder. Come on. All right, clerk, accepting bonds. Scott, you still have to put it all in one. You got Scott trying to separate it into 5 different parts. No, Scott. May, how you on here trying to advertise? Thank you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give the answer. Hold on, wait a minute. Kenny, you was almost there. You just missing a word. You mistook a word. Eric, you got the whole. You almost there. All right. Shonda, you want to participate next week? That's good. Anybody else wants to participate next week? Clerk, bonds, financial instruments, federal clerks. Thank you, Natasha. Oh my goodness, yes. Thank you, Natasha. All right, I'm gonna give it one more. Let me finish up. No, Scott didn't get it. Sorry, no. You can't. I said put it all in one thing. Naja, yeah. Natasha got it. Let's see. All right. Scott is all the way at the bottom. All right, so here we go. The answer to that, I asked, what was, first of all, the most powerful person in the courtroom? That would be the clerk. I asked for two documents or two things that she deals in. I'm looking for securities and financial instruments. And the third thing was, what agency does she deal directly with? And that would be the federal government. Nadia got that. Natasha got that. All right. Let's see here. One more question, and then I'm going to give away a gift, and then I'm going to go into this next session about how to summons someone to public court. All right. Here we go. The next question. This is the last question. That was a good one. I like that. Was hard. Let's see here. All right. All right. So this is what I want to know. When you're sending in your presentment, I just gave away the answer. Doggone it. I just gave away the answer. All right, so let me try again. All right, so here's what we want to do. When we're talking about sending in an instrument to the judge, true or false? Doggone it. Hold on. All right. I want to give a tougher one. You know what? I'm going to give one. I had to back up off that. That was too easy. I don't want to give you an easy one. All right. Let's go into this one. I'm going into the higher laws. The higher laws. And this is something that I didn't speak on, but I want the best answer. Give me the best answer. Give me the best answer. This is what I'm looking for. I want to know, how do we keep the system out of our business? Give me an answer. Somebody who knows law. I want to know, how do we keep the system out of our business? How do we do that? Give me an answer. And I want to talk about, give me, this is what I'm looking for is, I want to know, what do we put in place? Give me a good answer now. What do we put in place to keep the system out of our business? Tell me. That's what I want to know. Because we talk about this child support and this and that and dealing with the system. Let's talk about how we keep them out of our business. Who got it? Who knows law? I want a good answer. Don't just give me some, just stay, we just don't. Give me a good answer. What do you put in place? Present what with a presentment? Oh, Scott, I like that. Hold on for a second. Thank you, Kenny. But Kenny said, work it out. No. Yes, but no. I mean, you put in place before. What do you put in place? Legally, what do you put in place to keep the system out of your business? Legally, what legally do you set up and put in place to keep the system out of your business? Somebody give it to me. Who knows the law? What kind of, if you're going to be vague, I'm going to say no, Navi. Kenny, that's not it. That's not it. Thank you, Paul. What legally do you put in place to keep the system out of your business? Thank you, May. Thank you, Tina. But I want to know what the legal documents are that we're talking about to put in place. Thank you, Natasha. Toran and Darlene and Nikki. I like it. All right, so here's what we got. All right, now the documents that we're going to put in place. And actually, Scott, Paul, and Natasha said the declaration and the UCC. Yes, put that in place along with your security agreement, which I didn't see anybody say. But yeah, Toran, Nikki, and Darlene said trust. And yes, those things, your declaration, security agreement, and your UCC would go in your trust. And let's remember that when we're putting the trust in place, we're going to, those documents are going to be inside of your trust. Well, what is your trust? That is your poor man's copyright. That's a document that you send from the all capital letter corporation to the out of the matrix, to the real spiritual entity. All right, Scott, if you said security agreement, that's not the whole answer, brother. All right, so let's see who's got this. Nadia has 2, Kenny has 2, and then Scott is in here with 2. Let's see if I can do a tiebreaker. Who else has 2? All right. So for the $25 gift certificate that we're going to give away today, let me get one more. And this is just a real quick true false. And I should be able to get this quickly. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. All right. True or false? True or false? All right. When you are creating a bond for your child support, or if you decide to create a bond for your child support, you should make it less than the amount of the child support. True or false? First 3. Let me see who wants to get that. See if I can give this gift certificate away. Let me see. There's somebody tied up with the words. What? All right. Toran, Kenny, and Paul. I see you, Don, but you can't play. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm giving away, we're going to do this for, because I was trying to get a tie break on that. Trying to get a tie. I'm glad all of y'all got false. Start what, UNA? I'm glad all of you all got false, except for one person. I won't name that person. All right. So I'm giving it. There's Kenny. I couldn't get the tie break. Kenny, who has 3 actually. I'm sorry. Kenny has 3. Well, Kenny, it goes to you. I didn't realize you had 3. Kenny is getting that $25 restaurant certificates. Kenny. And I just got 2. Who else? Don, you can't play. You one of the matriarchs. Actually, Kenny has 4. So yeah, Kenny gets that $25 restaurant certificate. Excellent, Kenny. All right, now, is that Kenny Dushanishini? Kenny Dushanishini, a.k.a. Mike. All right, this is what I want to know. Now, once again, I need my contestants for next week. I need y'all ready for next week. Because I want 2 contestants in here. I want 2 contestants. All right. Let's do this next one. This next one is about how to summon someone to public court. How to summon someone to public court. All right. And thank you for these topics. I sure do appreciate it. All right. Let's do it. Diva's Court. All right, let's do this thing. Now, summoning someone to public court. Now, what we first must understand, and again, I get to go into the higher laws on this first, because what we have to understand is that when you getting into nature, these processes mimic nature. Now, pay attention. Pay attention. Give me the time, UNA. Give me the time. All right. So, when we're talking about private versus public, we're talking about the darkness versus the light. We're talking about the feminine versus the masculine. All right? Y'all need to get this. Because you're going to understand why when you see something over here, you know there had to be an action over here. All right? When you're talking about the private versus the public, you're talking about the ether, the darkness. This is the place where everything begins. This would be like the soil. All right? Over here, this is the masculine, the mask, the reflection, the thing that is not really real. This is above the soil over here. Pay attention. I'm giving you this natural side, all right? So that you can understand that when there's something over here in the public, you know that it had to have roots in the private. If it's in the public, it had to have roots in the private. So what am I talking about roots? When we're talking about seeds and roots, what we're talking about are your initial contracts. Those are seeds. Those are roots. What am I saying? Before anything in the public starts, there has to be an initial private contract. This is the same thing that goes on when you are being, when people are being evicted from their homes, when your car is being repossessed, when all of these, they're garnishing your wages and they've gotten a public judgment. That happens because something took place in the private. So there's that initial private document. So we go back to what we call the administrative process. Administrative process. Even when you file with the court, let's say you just go down to the court and they are, you say, hey, I want to file a document. Well, you got to understand what the court is going to tell you to do is they're going to say, okay, well, you got to have discovery. That means you got to take time to write a document to them, letting whomever the person you're trying to sue know that you're suing them, and you've got to give them the opportunity to answer before the trial goes forward. Same thing. That's administrative process. You're just going through them to do an administrative process. But when you do the process on your own, it's the same thing. So the way we do it is we're going to not go to these people until we have exhausted our administrative process. So that when we go over here in the public, only thing we need to be getting is a declaratory judgment. All right? That's the only thing we need to be getting is a declaratory judgment. So again, when you are filing for any kind of lawsuit and you're summoning someone to court, there's always going to be an administrative process. The administrative process deals with those things done in the private first, because this is your roots. This is where everything grows, over here in the private. And then when you see it in the public, always know this for certain. Know this for certain. If there's something going on in the public, some kind of document somewhere took place in the private to bring it here, because that's the only way it could be in a court. All right. Now, legally. Now, so in understanding that, what is the administrative process? What is it? I don't know if I did a dance yesterday on this. You know what I'm saying? I did a dance on the administrative process, and it has 4 steps. Step 1, slide to the left. That is your initial contract. That is your initial contract, and it's a private contract. Step 2, slide to the right. That is your notice of fault. This is when they don't answer. All right. Step 3, slide to the back. That is your notice of default. That's when they don't answer. Step 4, slide to the front. That is public court. That is when you summons someone to court. Now, with the summons, what you're going to do? What you're going to do with your summons, this document is simply telling these people to show up in court, appear in court on a particular day. Now, there are several things that you can do. You can go through their court, and so what you're going to do, once you've done your administrative process and you're summoning them to court, you would be taking this into their court, because you'd bundle it up, you take it into their court, and they would appear in that court. You can have the sheriff, or you could, once you take it to the court, they're going to have the sheriff to serve these people so that they need to show up in court. And the main thing you're going to be getting is a declaratory judgment. Why? Because if you've gone through step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, then they have already acquiesced by tacit assent. So the only thing the judge can do is to declare that you've won the case. It's a declaratory judgment. All right. So now was my time. I got a few minutes. All right. So your summons to appear, you summons them to appear. 1 second. In court. And by tacit assent. Now, again, you can go through their courts, or you can create your own court. And we've talked about this before. And that would be called a court of records. All right? A court of records has the ability to arrest and fine for contempt. It has it's going to be operating off of your laws. Whatever laws you say. It could be the Magna Carta, it could be the Constitution, it could be the maxims of law. Whatever law you say, that's what law is going to operate off of. All right. There are a couple of other things that go with a court of records, and I'm gonna leave that open because somebody who's been here before. I might have to give you that because this will be the last one we do. Yes, that's gonna be a question. Give me the other three. There are three things that the court of records operate off of. I've done this before. If you took notes, you're gonna know. And I'm going to give away the $50 love note certificate to the one who can answer that question when it comes up. But yeah, that's going to be a question. What time? I got 1 minute. 1 minute. All right. So now, court of records. So you can have them in your court. Now, in your court, you would have a tribunal and a magistrate. Actually, in both courts, whether it's their court or your court. All right. Now, understand this. If you decide, once you've done your administrative process and you take it into their court, that's your court as the plaintiff inside of their court. You still have the authority to create rules for your court. All right. You still have the authority. As a matter of fact, you can set it up where your court is a court of records inside of their court. Just so you know. When you go into their court, all right, you would be the tribunal and the magistrate would be the so-called judge. All right. All right. And the magistrate cannot rule. The magistrate does not have the authority or the jurisdiction to rule on the case. Only the tribunal. So, to be honest, it would be not to your advantage to have a jury. You don't need a jury. You're the one with all the power as the tribunal. And the magistrate does not have the authority to rule. They just have the authority to listen. And the only thing at this point that they can grant you is what I said before. And we're going to talk about it. All right. That is my time. Thank you, UNA. Thank you, UNA. All right. Let's do it. Let me see. I'm going to open this up because I know I'm going to get somebody who's wants that $50, that $50 love note. Let's see here. All right. If y'all are ready, I'm ready to get this started. Okay, there we go. All right, so first question. I want to know, thank you, Glenda. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Glenda says, thank you. I'm learning so much. Good. Thank you. Thank you for sitting in with us. I want to know the steps for the administrative process, and I want to see you do the dance. No, I'm just kidding. Just tell me the steps for the administrative process. And tell me the steps. Write it down. Paul said true. You still stuck on the last question, Paul? That was the other session, Paul. All right, I want to know the steps for the administrative process and do the dance. Nah, I wish I could see y'all do the dance. And you know what? If somebody wants extra credit, there's those 2 parts. The 2 parts at the end if y'all sat through my session. You know what I'm saying? Now dip, baby. And then jiggle with it. What's those 2 parts? I want y'all to tell me. Who got it? Who has it? Let's see here. Let's see. All right, Kenny. Let's see here. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Naja. I can't even be mad. There's my... Good, Kaylin. Are y'all copying and pasting each other's answers or something? That's what it's looking like. Y'all copying and pasting. Boy, if I catch y'all copying and pasting, boy. Let's see. UCC Declaration Security Agreement. Marcus, what question are you answering? Let's see here. May is dancing. Oh, yeah, that's right. You got to do the dip, May. Extra credit, IRS, Universal. No, Scott. No. Initial contract. Thank you, Thunder. Very good. Hey, I'm late. Pardon moi. I'll have to check it out later. Okay, Arlene. I came late. Initial contract, notice of fault, notice of default. All right. All right, so here we go. I'm going to send the answer. Not a lot of y'all answered that. I know that was not really a hard question. I think some people were copying and pasting. But, you know, Kenny, Scott, Naja got that. Kenny, Scott, and Naja got that. Let's see here. All right, the next question. Next question. What step? At what step is it that we summons someone to appear? What step is that? What step is that? May is dancing in the room. All right. Thunder says his phone is lagging by 1 minute. Well, you need 5G. What step? I'm kidding about the 5G. You know. We're going to use what we got. Let me see. Good, Don. But I can't use it. Naja. We talking about 4 public courts, Naja. I'm almost about to disqualify you on that one. I just said what step. You put extra stuff in there. Good, Natasha. Tina. I didn't even know we had a 5th step. Tina is doing a different dance. You're going to have to show that to me, Tina. I want to see it. Oh, the extra credit. I want to know who knows what the dip is. And the jiggle with it. Yes, Don, you can. But I'm just going to have to, just don't be mad when you don't, because this is for the... All right. So, Thunder, Kenny, Naja, that was step number 4. Step number 4 is... Step number 4. That is the step where you are summoning the person to court. All right. Now, I'm going to this now. Y'all get ready. I talked about the public, or the private rather, versus the public from a natural sense and how it mimics and reflects nature. I told you several things that the public or the private represents and several things that the public represents. This is what I want you to do. I want you to type in type in private, and tell me 3 things that the private represents from a natural sense. Type in public, and tell me 3 things that the public represents from a natural sense, all in your one statement. You hit enter, you better have all the answers in there. Private, 3 things that it represents from a natural sense. Public, 3 things that it represents from a natural sense. Will you type it in? Angel, I think I saw you. But if you weren't in the top 3, if you wasn't in the top 3, just be happy that you got it right. Private, and 3 things that it represents from a natural sense. Public, 3 things that it represents from a natural sense. Let's do it. Nice, May. I love the dancing. What is that, Kaylin? I'm going to need you to tell me what that, I don't know if you misspelled it, but I can't understand it. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, got it. Kaylin is in the house with that answer. I like it. I like it. Hello, Sandra. Thank you, Scott. Trying to get extra credit. Nobody wanted to tell me in the last answer what jiggle with it was. Y'all didn't sit into my session yesterday? You didn't finish the answer. Naja, I said 3 things. All right. Good, Don. I said, now this should be, I don't have anybody else ready to play? Where are y'all? I just got 2 answers right? See, Angel, you be mad at me, but you didn't get the answer right. But good try. Good try. I'm going to give the answer in a few minutes. Scott, didn't I just say you got it right? You're going to get blocked, the blockety block, because you are not paying attention. I just said you got that one right. All right, let me see what we got here. Glenda, I can't tell what I can't tell what that is. This time what, Angel? You Yeah, you could, Terrence. So thank you, Terrence. Terrence told me okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this. All right. As I said, the private represents the feminine. It represents the ether. It represents the soil and the darkness. Those four things. And the public represents the light, the masculine, the reflection, and above ground. All right? All right, real quick. Name a seed. Name what I said for when we're looking at what we're talking about in this matrix. What would be considered a seed? Name it. This should be easy. I want the first three people. Name what is a seed? I said this. I said this is going to be considered a seed because this is what's a seed? Thank you. I saw that UNA. I saw that UNA. Thank you, Scott. Naja. Thank you, Paul. Whoa. Scott, Naja, and Paul, thank you so much. All right. Good, Glenda. Good, Kenny. All right. So we got some people getting it. Got it. Naja has 2. Scott has 2. No, Naja's got 3. Yeah, Scott has 2. All right. Kenny has 2. Let's see what we got. Good, Kaylin. No, Kaylin. That's that's the beginning of it, but I was looking for the seed. You gave me the whole tree, not Kaylin. The whole tree. All right. Now, when someone does not answer, what does that mean? What is the term? But for not answering. What is the term for not answering? Agreeing by not answering. What is that? What is that term? Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Angel. Good, Don. No, Kaylin. No, Tina. Thank you, Naja. All right. Looks like Naja is getting the $25 certificate for this round. Good. All right. Let me see if I have any other questions I want to ask. Because Naja has, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Once again. All right. Let's see. And I'm going to give, let's see who's been paying attention. Because if you were paying attention, I'm going to pay you. Now, I did a session. I'm going to see if I'm not going to give it that much time because I'm going to see who was paying attention. But there are 5 things that a court of records deals with. There are 5 factors. All right, 2 of them I gave. Arrest and fine. Operates off the laws you choose. Now, if you can give me 2 more of those 5, just give me 2 that a court of records, of the 5 factors of a court of records, just give me 2. Because I already mentioned it here as well. But give me 2. I'm giving away that $50. Can y'all give me 2? Who was paying attention? That's a harder one. That is a harder one. If you give me 1, I might consider. What are the factors that a court of records deals with? All right, I said fine and arrest. I just said that, Scott. All right. No, Nadia. Who's got it? These are the 5. I already said, I mentioned 1 in this in the session. Yeah, those are not Angel. I love the paragraph, but that's what I just said. I said you can arrest and fine for contempt. It operates off of laws that you choose. Yes, Magna Carta. I said, but there's 2 other ones. I've done this before. And I'm wondering if anybody was paying attention back then. Natasha, no. Nadia, no. Don, no. Okay, so no, this is a tougher question. All right, so listen. Listen up. When I say this is the main thing, I said it's a court of records. A court of records keeps a record of the proceeding. A court of records is going to keep a record of the proceeding. That's one of the things. So it has the power to fine or jail. It's going to keep a record of the proceedings, and it's going to proceed according to common law or whatever law you choose. And the tribunal is independent of the magistrate, which I spoke about, how you are the tribunal and the magistrate is the so-called judge. Well, that should have been a question. All right. Now, I'm going to ask one more question and I'm out of here. Oh, wait. Naja already won. And who won the first one? Oh, by the way, I got to give away my friend. Let me show y'all what he has given us to give away. I don't know if you can see that. Can y'all see that? All right. They're called Manglier. Manglier. Manglier? It's like herbs. And I want to give that away to someone who wants it. This question is going to go to the person who wants the Manglier herbs for your health. Because our friend Atum is he has a website where he deals with the herbs and the health products. So y'all want to get with Atum because he's got a wonderful business where he does all of that. All right. This is what I want to know. All right, give me. All right, when you go into court with your administrative process all lined up and everything is good to go, what should you expect from the judge? Tell me. This is for the Manglier. What should you expect from the judge? Simple. When you go in with your administrative process to the judge all lined up, what should you be expecting from the judge? Thank you. So the first person who gave was Kenny. Kenny, is the winner of that. All right. So Kenny wins the Mangler. All right, and I want you to let me know how you enjoy the Mangler, Kenny. Kenny Douchinichini. All right. So thank you all so much. Next week, I want my 2 contestants. Next week, I want my 2 contestants. Don't y'all be scared. All right. Don't y'all be scared. We can have a lot of fun learning this stuff, learning this law on the higher level and the lower level. Make sure y'all go to Diva or actually UNARepublic.com. UNARepublic.com/law, and you can download the Universal Laws and the Hierarchy of Laws. Download those, and also thank you for your support and your donations. If you all enjoy this and you all enjoy learning, feel free to throw some support over at divalaree.com so we can continue doing what we do. We got a lot of other prizes to give away. I didn't get to give away my $50. I'll hold it over to next week. All right. My bucks will roll over, baby. All right, Diva. Look, Diva's Court. Thank y'all so much. I love you. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace. I want my contestants. I'm out.